there, this is Adam, and welcome to a Minecraft film review and another video inside of Stampy's lovely world.
Thank you very much for your, I was going to say Alan Carr impression. That is not the Jimmy Carr impression.
Oh, darling, I'm not doing Alan Carr. Hello and welcome to Moving Up with your hosts, me, Adam Barlow.
And me, Alfie Walker.
It's episode 63, and oh my goodness, I cannot wait to record this one. This is going to be an absolute car crash.
Corker.
Or corker, sorry, is what I mean, yes. It could go one of two ways, really. The films we're reviewing today are a Minecraft movie and Death of a Unicorn. Two films that are highbrow, intellectual, and serious about the state of the world, I would say.
Much like our podcast.
That's so true, Alfie. That is so true. We always, as we've said in previous episodes, we always want to be on the cutting edge of, the global human rights crisis, and I think we're really doing our part today with our film reviews. We haven't recorded for another 2 weeks, and I'm sure the listeners will be able to tell that, we've absolutely still got it, but I do feel a little bit rusty after having a week off.
Absolutely, I feel a bit rusty. It's been quite a chaotic past few weeks for the both of us, I think. Like, Adam's gone from 7 jobs down to 3 jobs, I think, so he's probably hit a bit of a brick wall and gone, ooh, now I don't know what to do with myself. I've just started a new job. We've got my house chat. My house is getting plastered and we've been in the garden. Adam's been on a 4-day trip to a student radio convention. It's been chaotic. It has been absolutely mental for myself and Adam, but we are back on form and ready to talk about this absolute shit show of a film.
Absolutely. Well, we're talking about films that are bad. I also want to just throw out that I saw Novocaine 2 weeks ago and I've sort of forgotten about it, but I thought I'd just mention it, say that I've seen it. I won't do a review, but it was okay. It was chucklesome. It had Jack Quaid in it, who I think is always pretty good as a comedic presence. But that's it's, if that's your thing, go and see it. It's quite violent, very violent actually, quite brutal. But there's some decent enough jokes in it. I do think, though, the runtime's an hour and 50, which takes the piss. I'm not being funny. It should, that is a 90-minute film. That's a 90-minute premise. It's an SNL sketch stretched out. So I really did think it tested my patience at a certain point. But that's not what we're discussing today. Should we just get straight into it?
Yeah, if anyone's listening to this, they are here for our review of this movie. So let's just go for it and let's talk about a Minecraft movie. It smells of banana bread and poo. That is the quality of rating that you get in this film. We've just said we don't know where to start in reviewing this absolute car crash. I'm going to say, in a twist of events, let's start with saying what we gave it on Letterboxd, because I think we both gave it the same. What did you give it on Letterboxd out of 5?
I gave a Minecraft movie a star.
I gave the Minecraft movie also a single star. Killer.
It's one of those films where I truly believe you could rank this anywhere on the scale and you could kind of defend your choice. I can kind of understand why people have given it 5 stars. I totally think 3 stars is a fair rating as well. And then if you've given it half a star, yeah, absolutely. Do you know what I mean? It's so
full on, yeah, absolutely.
It's such a mess of ideas.
It's an entity. It's not really a film. It's become the meme of it and the TikTokification of cinema. It's become it's something else. It's not a film. It's very much in the Rise of Gru way, or in the Barbenheimer way. It's become like an event, but unfortunately, I despise this event, and I didn't despise the other ones.
Yeah.
Because I think it's just not a good environment. But yeah, let's start at the beginning, I guess.
So this is a film that's been in development for God knows how long, probably a decade, maybe even more, based on the very popular Minecraft game made by Mojang. Came out in I think 2007, was it? Or no, maybe a little bit later than that. I'm not quite sure, but it might have been 2010 it launched. I could be wrong.
It might be 2010, yeah. I think YouTube's 2007. That's what
yes. Yeah, that's it. So I grew up playing Minecraft. I've probably pumped more hours into that game than any other video game I've ever played. I think I've made friends through Minecraft. I've built really like fun structures. I used to love watching Hunger Games videos. I mean, I made a homage to Stampy Longnose at the start of this podcast. He was my childhood. Like, Minecraft is my thing, and I still love it to this day. I played it the other day, and it's still a great game. They've done some movie tie-ins as well on there, which are like decent, and they're well produced, and they feel like almost a whole other game within it. And I think the creativity of that game is wonderful, and I don't think there's ever been anything quite like it. Like Lego did that Lego Worlds game, which was a kind of trying to get a bit of that energy, and then even Fortnite, which is sort of the predecessor, in my mind anyway, on the timeline of really impactful games. I was maybe a bit too old for Fortnite, and I was also doing like my GCSEs and A-levels, so I was like, I've got more important things to do than play this. So I never really got into Fortnite, and I'm sure there's going to be a film for that down the road. I'd place money on it. Anyway, until that day, we've got this. But I do think Fortnite even itself has tried to cash in on the kind of Minecraft survival creativity kind of game by doing their own, coincidentally, Lego as well. You know, that whole add-on that they've got where you get all the skins from Fortnite but as Lego figures, and that's a whole survival setup, and where you can build a house and defend yourself from skeletons as well. Like, it's a blatant rip-off, really. But as I said, I just want to say that as a baseline, I love Minecraft, I love the game, so I was in two minds about this film, even in the run-up. Obviously, the trailer had a terrible, terrible reception. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, it seemed to like flip between people like hating it and to it then becoming, like we said, something else, and becoming something that people love to meme. And the marketing on this thing, insane. I don't. We said that about Barbenheimer. We said that about Wicked. This is next level. The McDonald's tie-in is insane, and I think the marketing probably cost more than to make the film. I think it must have. I've never seen film marketing like this. It's insane.
Yeah, it's TV spots whenever you turn on the TV. It's YouTube ads. It's, I mean, everyone marketing. You know, that's kind of what you want, really. Like with Barbenheimer and like with the Gentle Minions, wasn't it? You kind of want the audience to start marketing your film for free. And I do think, without putting this film on a pedestal, because that's the last thing I want to do, I do think this might be a little bit of a turning point with cinema. I think perhaps for the worst, where it's, as you said earlier, the TikTokification and the brain rot era.
I hate it so.
It's not my cup of tea.
It's going to ruin cinema. I thought about starting our podcast today in the cold open by doing some like slow, depressing like piano music and being like, so rest in peace, cinema etiquette, because I think this is it. I don't think other than when you go and see a film like Conclave, I think seriously cinema etiquette is going to be like this now. I think it is going to be a lot of people sort of taking the piss out of the film and clapping, and I'm really worried for that because I hate that, and I could just about bear it in this film because I knew what I was going into. But if I'm sat watching the Mario movie next year and people are doing shit like this, it's going to piss me off so much.
Yeah, that's kind of, I guess, the next thing to talk about is that cinema etiquette, and people have obviously been going to McDonald's for prees, I guess, opening their blind boxes. Yeah, getting their and yeah, going to see this film with their mates, some people actually getting drunk before going, and to be fair, that's probably the wisest way of seeing this film. Having sat through it with sobriety, not on my side. Yeah, it's, man, what a bizarre phenomenon. I mean, you've seen the videos, right, where people are literally launching their food at the screen, cheering, clapping. That I'm kind of okay with, because you sort of get that in Marvel films and, as you said, those other cinematic events over the last 3 or 4 years. But the difference is with this is people have been like quoting it as it's about to happen. I had a little kid behind me, and he was very young, to be fair, but he was quoting everything. He said chicken jockey about 12 times in that scene before Jack Black actually said it. I'm like,
said it, yeah.
It's like, I can't even hear the film anymore because I've got this in my left ear. And then there was a group of lads probably our age, you know, also taking the mix, sat farther down, and they were also clapping, cheering, standing up for the key quotes. I'm like, what are you doing? Just like, it's funny to a point, but where this film is so objectively bad, and I feel quite comfortable in saying that, if you look past the irony, which does wither away after the first 10 minutes, it's really a bad film. So there is a lot to take the mick out of. So it's just really tough to sit through a public screening of this film and not get annoyed.
Did your ticket person at the door say anything about what the film's going to be like? Did they say anything to you?
No, see, I think I might have got lucky in some regards. So I went for a Thursday night screening, which was like a charity screening, so it was pretty much full. It's ironic because given that I have the My Limitless thing at Odeon, other cinemas are available, I go for free, right? So I went to the charity screening, and if anything, took money away from the charity. Yeah. Because that's a seat that could have been bought by someone who actually pays for it, so I don't know how that works. Anyway.
Charity starts at home, mate.
Yeah. Such a granddad thing. Yeah, so I think I kind of beat the proper pile-on that we've been seeing across X and across Instagram and stuff.
I want to use that then. So if you think you had an experience and you got in there before the phenomenon, now imagine what I had last night, because it was me, Jacob and Lenny went. I was like, I've got to go see this film, and Lenny came with me, Jake came with me, and we all were like, it's going to be a bit shit. And we got to the door, showed the tickets, and the lady said, and I quote, blah blah blah, this is your seat, blah, blah, blah. And then she was like, so as you know, I'm sure you may have seen on social media how people are reacting to this film. Are you aware of that? I was like, yeah. She was, so you know what to expect going in, but if anything gets a little bit too much, please come and get a member of staff. I'm expecting us to police their cinema for them if someone starts fucking throwing food. And I mean, it was insistent. It was constant. It was,
my word,
every single time he name dropped something, people were saying it before he said it, during he said it, after, clapping, standing. You could not hear the film. I went in being like, right, if they say I'm Steve, I'll be fine. If they say chicken jockey, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
But no, it was everything. It was the Nether, slime cube. They love crushing loaf. There was just like this group of like 12, 14-year-olds just going all the time. Oh, it was my cinema etiquette experience at the Minecraft movie was worse than I thought it was going to be. But as you said, the film is really bad, and so we should probably talk about the film, taking away all of that from it, subjective of the fanfare and the memes and the marketing, and just talk about the film itself, because it's bad.
Yeah. So, as you say, we both went in. To be honest, I actually had a bit of a character arc, and I think I kind of documented it on this podcast, but at one point, either on air or off air, I turned to you and I was like, this might actually be okay. It might be quite fun. And I went in with kind of middling expectations. I was like, God, this could go really either way. And I went along with two of my friends. I was sat in the middle, and I kind of, at certain points, would look to my right and then to my left, or to my left then to my right, just to gauge their reactions as well. Person on my right, like, had a decent time. Person on my left and I had a real great running gag where every single time they tried to make a joke, we'd look at each other with the most deadpan, straight expression. Like, we kind of went in trying to be like, okay, we'll have a good time with this. But as I've said to you, about half an hour in, he starts singing a song. Jack Black this is, of course.
Go on. How does it go?
Chicken, la 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 lava,
Lava.
Steve's
lava chicken.
Yeah, we're having a snack.
Just
So
sounds.
At that point, I really it was like, okay. And then the bit that properly, like, I shut off to it for the rest of the film was when they do a completely nonsensical bit where it's the backstory for the villain, whose name I don't care for. I don't care what it is. But it's this piglin witch, right? Not a thing in the games, but there we are. She's got this, what is it, like a Kiwi accent, right? I think it's the woman who's in some Taika Waititi films.
It sounds like Krennic from Rogue One.
Yeah.
It's like kind of squeaky.
But
it's a
Krennic
weird...
is at least somewhat, he's got some, some threat to him. But this villain for me just was the worst, the absolute worst part. It was terrible, such a misguided, terrible idea to make that evil. Character in that way.
Give it a good evil voice and a bit of threatening aura. It was just like, it was obviously a joke, but it's a really long-winded joke because she's in a lot of the film. And they did the same with like the secondary villain as well, the General Chungus. I can't believe I have to say these words on air. And he's like obviously an idiot.
Yeah.
General Chungus.
General Chungus is so bad. I mean, that goes to show, though, the audience that they're aiming it at. And I'm sure they lapped it up. And I think some people as well... we will talk more specifically, I guess, about the plot, but I can't get over it. I mean, some people have said, right, if you just go in, biases aside, thoughts aside, turn your brain off, you'll love it. It's the best film of the year. I'm like, sorry?
No.
Or some people are like, it's a children's film. It's a children's film. Get over yourself. It's not for you. I'm like, well, no, because I grew up with Minecraft. Like this, I know it's not aimed at a 21 to 25-year-old audience. I understand that. I'm not an idiot. But it's got to have at least some nods for our generation. And I really don't think it did. Like, Dan TDM's in it for 10 seconds and he looks really bored, bless him. Yeah. In a cowboy hat. Like, at least put him in the Minecraft world. He's just standing by a garage. Like, what? That was like an hour on set, bless him. Like, just let him go back to his kids. It's so daft. But I really don't think it's a good film at all. Because it is just like cutaway gags. It's Jack Black randomly singing. I'm going to paraphrase Jeff Goldblum from Jurassic Park here. Just because Jack Black can sing doesn't mean he should sing, right? That's where I stand on it.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got Jack Black singing, right? And Jack Black's popularity surge. We have to blame the Mario movie. If Peaches wasn't popular, I don't think this film would actually exist in the format it exists. I don't think it would.
I didn't even like Peaches.
Yeah. It's baffling with the demographic. Like, I mean, they're clearly aiming for 6-year-olds to 17-year-olds. That would be my guess of the age demographic they're sort of going for. But I flat, like you've said, it's a kids movie. Yeah, but I can find kids movies good. I can watch a kids movie. You watched The Wild Robot. You watched Inside Out. You watched this. You watched that. You can even watch, like, didn't Josh give Dogman a really good review? I think on his letterbox he gave it like 4 stars, and that is a proper kids movie. And that's such a point of it. Like, this is a kids movie, but it's a bad one. And it's just, I just don't know what they're going for. The jokes didn't land at all for me. Maybe we should, turn this all on its head. Was there anything in this film that did work for you?
I think Jason Momoa can walk away with his head held high. I think he is by far the best part of it. He did make me laugh a handful of times. I do think his character was quite funny. and I wasn't expecting it because he annoyed me in the trailers, but actually in the film it really works, and I like his role in the movie. I guess I liked the general message of the film that was
General
like, stop.
Chungus.
No.
I guess I like the general Chungus of the film.
The overall Chungus really appealed to me. No, the overall message of the film worked in the way that it's kind of trying to tell kids that, look, you can play video games, but take those skills and use those transferable skills in the real world, right? And take teamwork and take creativity and take determination, whatever it might be that you've learned from video games, and use that, I guess, in an office job. Is that what it's trying to say? I don't know. But yeah, I think Jason Momoa was a particular highlight. And in fairness, he does have good chemistry, I suppose, with Jack Black. But this film is so camp, like ridiculously camp. I almost thought they were going to snog at the end. It's really strange.
Yeah, definitely. The only I didn't enjoy. I wouldn't say a part of the film I liked was Jason Momoa, but Lenny said the same thing to me. Lenny said that Jason Momoa was the best bit of it, and I do see where you're coming from. Absolutely, I think he's the only bit that had some funny lines. You're right. There were actually some general chuckles from him. I think he was the only person that did get me to laugh.
I liked his screams.
And I, admittedly, this is fully bias, but I was creasing up every time Jennifer Coolidge was on the screen with the villager. That tickles me fully because she was literally just playing her character from White Lotus, and it was so funny to me. It just really tickled me. But that is fully on me. That's like a personal preference of that. I find this actress really funny and engaging. So all of those moments fell flat in the cinema, and me and Jacob were the only ones laughing at her bits. And then I also think the set design is impeccable. The props that are physical and the set, you can see that so much of it is real. In the trailer, it all looked really fake. But in this, you can see how the villagers are real and that it's just the heads that are CGI. And I really appreciate all the physicalness of it and how they clearly put effort into it and making these sets. But I just wish it was a fully animated film, mate. The only bit that engaged me was the end where you had the iron golems fighting the piglins, because there was no human in sight. It was fully animated, and that was the only bit that was engaging me. And I was like, why isn't the whole film just an animated Steve doing this rather than stupid Jack Black, man? I hate him.
I liked the Enderman scene, actually, now I think about it. That was quite cool because it had a bit of... it felt like, oh my goodness, maybe a character's going to get hurt here. This might actually... Yeah. Like, it had a bit of weight to it, and it was quite cool. I liked the way that they realised that scene, and actually made the Enderman have more power than it does in the game, in my opinion. I know kid actors are hit and miss, and I don't want
I really want to be
them.
a rocket scientist.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I have to. I'm sorry. Bless him. Bless his cotton socks. Sorry, Sebastian Hansen. And also Emma Myers. I thought goodness me, what a bland character. Yeah, bless her. Because I think she's all right. She's all right in Wednesday, right? I think that's what kind of gave her a big break. Starring opposite Jenna Ortega, of course. I mean, look at Jenna Ortega's career, who we'll talk about later on, actually. But Emma Myers, bless her, this is such a boring role, and such I think both the female characters in this film, actually, as well, were like Daniel Brooks. Both of them are given such boring...
nothing. They disappear.
Charisma vacuum roles. Yeah, they don't have any relevance to be there. Yeah.
For half hour, 45 minutes, they leave the film and then just show up at the end. It's like they've gone, we need a token sassy black lady. And it's poor. It is really poor. And then they shoved this woman with the other girl, and they just leave the film. Yeah, and like you said, kid actors, you can't pin it on them too much because they end up doing an Anakin from Phantom Menace where they go and get into drugs and have a breakdown. But
I hope not.
They were bad. I think they were bad. This film, man, is so all over the place. It's really difficult to construct a structured review because it's just so all over the shop. I appreciated, that is one thing I appreciate. I appreciated the opening bit where the zombies were chasing them in the dark. I think that actually added some threat to zombies and a bit of gravitas to it made them a bit spooky. And I appreciated that. I was like, okay, but like the opening monologue, like it was just constant. It was just saying exposition after exposition after exposition. It was just, accompanied by all this clapping. It was far too much. It was,
Yeah, that's the thing to remember as well. We're trying to make sense of this film that is nonsensical when we can't hear half of it and we can't see half of it because it's drenched with Coke and God knows what.
Nacho cheese.
Grim. Yeah, I just almost took offence from it because, as I said, I grew up with Minecraft, and it's one of those things where can you give it a film, right? It's a bit like the Lego Movie, but then that worked. No, I'm trying to find an excuse. I can't because Barbie doesn't have a plot line, and yet that was a great film.
You didn't like Mario Movie, but overall, that is quite well regarded and a fairly successful kids video game.
I'd watch that 10 times over in a row before I have to watch this again, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. Because earlier on you said about how some people are saying, you didn't say this, I want to point that out, but some people are saying, switch your brain off and just enjoy this like mess of a film and have a laugh. And I saw a review, I follow someone on Letterboxd, and he said exactly that in his review. It was like, just switch off your brain, grab a popcorn, pull back your recliner, and just enjoy it. And I just don't think you can. I think it's that poor. I think the writing is horrible. Did you see the amount of writers and screen?
Yeah.
It was like script 7 people, screenwriting 7 different people. It was like insane.
Wild. That's the bit where I clapped. I turned to my friends and I was like, look, I actually, because I knew actually that was the warning sign, wasn't it? That's like the silence before a jump scare. When it comes up and you've got written by 8 different people, like, okay, I see.
Yeah. Script and screenplay was by like 8 different people on each. So it's like 14 people have constructed this, and just the plot was nonsensical as well. I just found it on its own like just completely unengaging. Like the point of it, what they're doing, where they're going. And did you stay for the end credit scene?
I didn't for the very last one. I did stay for the spoilers, I guess. I stayed for the Matt Berry one.
That got me.
That did get me, yeah.
Because I saw an article saying that he was meant to play Steve originally.
Right.
And then there was a scheduling issue, so Matt Berry couldn't. And then that's when they upgraded Jack Black from his talking pig character to Steve.
That makes so much sense. Can you imagine Matt Berry doing the lines that Jack Black has in this? Like, that would be funny. That would work.
Yeah.
But Jack Black just going like, doesn't work.
Can you imagine?
Chicken jockey.
Yeah, it'd be so good.
This is a crafting sablé.
Yeah, literally. It works. And I think we found the issue here, mate.
Stiele.
Yeah.
That I'd pay to watch.
Diamond Armour. Full set. Like, I can proper hear it. Like, yeah, I think we found it, mate.
One of my favourite Matt Berry lines, I can't remember exactly, but it's in the IT crowd, and he's just in his dad's office, and he's like, I've never looked in this drawer, and he opens it up, and there's a revolver, and it's like, oh, a revolver, let's see if it's loaded, and he instantly points it in his mouth and like clicks it 3 times, and you're like, absolute idiot. So funny.
Wow, we've just worked out why this film didn't work with Jack Black. It's absolutely that.
Yeah.
It's
I put money on
absolutely.
it.
These lines were written for Matt Berry.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can say about it. Oh, yes, as a final thing, because I know we're ranting about this for a while now, which I think it deserves, but I will say this, as someone who grew up playing Minecraft, again, let me preface it with that, I found it irritating that the whole final act actually isn't really specific to the Minecraft lore in any way. Like, obviously iron golems are a thing, obviously piglins are a thing. That big old giant thing is not a mob in the game. You can't put boots of swiftness. Also, boots of swiftness I don't think have wings. They are just enchanted boots. Anyway, this is really geeky. You can't put that on an iron golem and get like a super powered, super speed iron golem.
Super Cyan Iron Golem. Yeah.
I also think for a film about Minecraft, they didn't build much. Like, they didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They created that crappy little tower at the start, and then like I was expecting them to build something. Like build. I don't care if you give it working wheels. Like, take that liberty if you must, or build like a plane or something. Build something. Like, they just built some swords, which is so simple and boring. Like, they looked nice, but it's so uninspired and drab. And at that point, I'd completely. Oh, the one bit that did get me is when she was trying to stab Jack Black, and she's like, "No, come closer, come closer." That was the one line that the villain actually charmed me for. But beyond that, it's a real struggle.
I struggle with you've already said it. The purpose of Minecraft, it really is it's a creative game. It's a way of, like, there's plenty of jokes about this in stuff I've watched and people do, but it really is like an educational game. If your kid's going to play a video game, it's better that they're playing Minecraft than FIFA or COD or I love Resident Evil, but that's just like shooting zombies. Like, if your kid's playing Minecraft, it's at least a bit stimulating for them, and it tries to bring that message over into the film. It does it. It has its moments where the music slows down and they do a bit of slow-mo and they get all sad and sort of self-reflective. But I just think those moments fall absolutely like pancake flat because it's surrounded by an absolute car crash of a film. And I think it means those moments just don't hit at all. I just think it's poor writing that surrounds these moments that they're trying to get their message across, and it just fails because the whole film is a meme. It's badly written, so those moments fall flat, and it's a shame because you're spot on. And Minecraft is meant to be a inspiring, creative kind of game, and just none of that comes through in the end product.
No, it feels derivative in every way possible. It looks okay, but my goodness, was I glad when it finished.
So along with the Minecraft movie, Adam got to the cinema to see another film, A24's newest release, starring our longtime friend, Richard E. Grant. Directed by who, sorry? Alex Schaffman, yeah?
Yeah.
I have not seen this, so Adam's gonna take this one. Go for it, Adam. How was it? Was this another car crash of a film?
Well, funny you use the term car crash, which we've probably said about 10 times in this episode already, but it's kind of relevant. So this film stars Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega as a father and daughter who are kind of estranged from one another. Paul Rudd plays Elliot, Jenna Ortega plays Ridley, but Elliot is very much caught up in his work. He's going to the Leopold's family home, which is a huge estate in the middle of nowhere. I think set in Canada, I could be wrong. But it's a vast valley with waterfalls and forests and mountainous terrain as well. It's a gorgeous setting with a huge lodge, very grand, and like they've got carers on demand because Richard E. Grant's character is very ill. He's got like an oxygen tank with him at all times, and he's got doctors and scientists on call. He's not got very long left at all, and it's Elliot's job to come to this location and discuss how he might take over the business, right? On the way though, they argue, Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega, and they end up hitting with their car I think it's a Volvo, by the way, which is quite a safe car, so I don't know how they managed that. Anyway, they end up hitting a horse-like creature with some sort of protrusion from its forehead, maybe a growth. Of course, you've seen the title of the film. It is a unicorn, and it kind of dies. What happens is Ridley ends up touching the horn just because it kind of draws her in, and then she has this vision that sends her into space and sends her across this journey, and to other people it looks like she's having a seizure or just kind of zoning out, but to her she is being shown something by these unicorns, and she's kind of got an ET-esque connection to these creatures, right? So they make it to the Leopold's family home. They do introductions. Ridley is acting weird. The kind of first signs that something's up is because both Elliot and Ridley have got a bit of unicorn blood on them. Elliot's poor eyesight is sort of fixed. His allergies go away, and Ridley's acne also clears up like almost instantly. So it is then apparent that that this unicorn and the blood has, really good benefits health-wise. The Leopards don't know about it initially, but then it starts kicking and like trying to work its way out of the car. It ends up in a really funny scene, actually. It smashes through the window of this Volvo, and it's like neighing and making horse noises and being really loud and like squealing. And it looks so daft because it's just this unicorn's head poking out of a Volvo, and then like almost instantly one of the guards at the home just shoots it. And then it's actually dead, and that was really fun. Like, it's quite gory, this film, but it did really catch me by surprise. So this film is, I'll just say this first, it's better than a Minecraft movie. Still not a great film, but it will sort of entertain you. It may not be the most memorable thing. It's certainly a far cry from A24's best work, but as a dark comedy, it kind of does its job. It's not massively scary. There are a few very obvious jump scares, but you know me. I was looking through my fingers at points. But at the end of the day, it is just like a unicorn. Like, there's the two parent unicorns basically come into the frame, and they try and get the baby back. But the Leopards are very selfish. They're like, wait a minute, it's cured my cancer. I've never felt so alive. So Richard E. Grant's, he's just absolutely loving it, chewing up all the scenery. But as you can imagine, the characters get picked off one by one. Until the end, where it kind of tries to wrap it all up and be like, oh my goodness, maybe the unicorns are connected to my mum who died, and to my wife who died. Yeah, and it's like maybe they're showing us heaven or something, or showing us that there's more beyond death. Like, and it takes this huge huge leap of,
yeah, it sounds like it's jumping the shark. Fucking hell,
yeah, definitely,
that's insane.
It really wants to be a sort of classic B movie, and then it comes in with something that you'd see in, I don't know what, a far better film. That's what. But it just feels really jarring, and it's kind of sweet because it is a really lovely and wholesome message, but at the same time it's totally unearned after you've just seen unicorns rip apart a house. So it is really tonally jarring. I think that's the best way to describe this film, really. Jenna Ortega doing great work as usual. I do think she's getting a little bit typecast though, as the just sort of miserable emo girl that's got a secret and also is actually lovely at heart,
She played the same character, hasn't she, in the past, 4 films?
Yeah, pretty much. I thought it's kind of the same character as she has in Beetlejuice. Yeah.
It's just the same character.
She is good though, and I do enjoy her presence in films. Paul Rudd, Paul Rudd, I think, actually a little bit boring in this film. He's very buttoned up, he's very serious, and actually quite unlikable. I think that is partly just his character, but again, he's part of this moment at the end where it's like, oh, everyone's actually good at the end, and I'm like, well, you kind of neglected your daughter quite badly, and I don't think it quite redeems his character well enough. Will Poulter, on par with Richard E. Grant in this film for being the absolute MVPs. He's so funny. His comedic timing is on point, as we all know.
It was in Guardians, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's an absolute joy in this.
I haven't seen him in much. I've seen him in Guardians and The Bear. yeah, from in Guardians, he was like the TikTok bit of Guardians, isn't he? There was always clips of him.
Don't be rash.
I'm glad you said Richard. Richard amped it up as well. He's had a little bit of a resurgence since Saltburn, hasn't he? And seems to be in everything now.
He has.
So good on him.
He has a good time. You also got Tia Leone, who's an actress I'm not familiar with. She's also got some good lines. She's very pompous and kind of, she's got no morals really. She's just like whoever's got the most money and whoever's got the power in the scenario. She's like, don't you think we should hear them out? She's always just floating around the room and just completely got no backbone. Anthony Carrigan and Sunita Mani play two of the doctors in this. Oh, as does Steve Park. The doctors and the kind of staff of the house they make up. They're quite good. Oh, Jessica Hines in there as well, playing Shaw. They're good. They've got some funny moments, and it's nice to see. It enhances the dynamic by having these characters that are just sort of in the background of frames, and you can tell they're kind of nice people that have just got wrapped up in this whole dreadful situation. And the Leopolds have absolutely no accountability for their actions or selfishness. So it kind of worked for me. But then again, I must preface, this was off the back of seeing a Minecraft movie just a couple of days before, and that would make anything look like The Godfather. So take it with a pinch of salt, but I don't think you need to rush and see it in the cinema, I'll say that. Put me in a bag and put me on an A-list star in Our Impressions Repertoire list.
Your A-list star list, it's so big.
Very good. We're adding Jennifer Coolidge, in case that wasn't obvious, to the A-list star.
Wait, everyone's favourite returning segment, Adam.
Yes, of course.
Roll jingle.
I have to dig that out now. Thanks a lot.
No.
A-list star. A-list star in Our Impressions Repertoire. So for those that have tuned in for the first time this episode, welcome. And for those that are regular listeners but have just completely forgotten what this segment is, you're forgiven.
We have.
This is the segment where we rank actors that I guess we can kind of do impressions of.
Do an impression of, yeah, absolutely. That was where the idea started.
Yeah.
Don't know if it's still there, but
I'll give you a quick rundown, a little bit of a summary. We've got Pedro Pascal, Internet Zaddy at the top, Paddington, the highest grossing bear of all time, just below, and then Richard E. Grant. We met him, phenomenal in Argyle, and we haven't met Michael Caine, so that's why he's above Michael Caine. Then at the bottom of the list, we've got Christopher Walken, because he wasn't in the Peter Serafinovich show and he can't do impressions. We've got Dakota Johnson, in brackets, she wouldn't mind. And then we've got a bin section as well for the worst of the worst, including Slimer from Sesame Street. No. Sorry, Oscar the Grouch. Oscar the Grouch from Sesame Street, Slimer from Ghostbusters, Jar Jar Binks.
And our arch nemesis, Jonathan Ross. If this podcast had an evil enemy, it would be Jonathan Ross.
Yeah. So there we are. There's obviously a whole host of people. In fact, Paul Rudd's in there. I forgot he was in there. Maybe we need to bump him down a bit after this. But I don't know if anyone cares too much, so let's just get into it. This week we're going to be adding Jennifer Coolidge, and we're going to be adding I am Steve. Jack Black.
Chicken jockey.
Printed steel. Do you want to go?
Slime cube.
Please make it stop. Do you want to add Jennifer Coolidge in? Where are you thinking she deserves to go?
So, she's not that well known, really. I think even you are unaware of the joke of her. But basically, she's in The White Lotus. She's in season 1. She's in season 2. Are you going to watch The White Lotus? I doubt it, right?
I don't think I can.
No,
I don't think I have access to it.
Skip 10 seconds if you're going to watch The White Lotus. In season 2, she dies because she falls off a boat and hits her head on the dinghy on the side. And so my headcanon is that she didn't die in that moment and she swam to shore and then woke up in the Minecraft world. And because she really is just playing the same character in this film as she plays in The White Lotus. It's kind of weird. They clearly have just gone, perfect, she's a meme. People love her in this weird TV show. Let's put her in this film. So yeah, I'm going to put Jennifer Coolidge on that. I'm going to put her high middle ground, please, Adam.
High middle ground. Okay, so I'm looking at Mark Hamill, Lego Pharrell Williams, Brian Butterfield.
Yeah, let's go under Brian, please.
Okay. Above Paul Rudd, actually.
Good.
So, Jennifer Coolidge, what's the reasoning for this?
Tie me up in a bag and throw me on the curb.
Yeah, something like that.
That was her line, wasn't it?
Okay, now for the second part of this game. Jack Black, I think... It's such a difficult one. I think Jack Black is great, but he so desperately wants to do a School of Rock sequel and no one's letting him. Just let him do a School of Rock sequel for God's sake and put us out of our misery. Then he could stop putting his audition tapes into other films.
I think it would be like when you get a dog's balls cut off, right?
Yeah.
And when they automatically go from like the most annoying horny thing ever, you cut their balls off and then they're really normal. I think that would happen to Jack Black if he got to do a School of Rock too. I think he'd just go from this high end where he's too much and he'd get to do it. He'd let all of it out of his system and then he'd be a normal bloke.
Yeah. He'd actually be like a really great character actor. He'd be like Toby Jones, tearing it up, getting all the awards.
Well, he can do it though, because what's that Christmas film that he's not the greatest.
The Holiday.
The Holiday.
Yeah.
He's got moments in that film where he tones it down and he's quite impactful.
Not in a Minecraft
Toby
movie.
Jones not on the A-list star? I've just realised.
Yeah, I think that's a job for next week. We can't bite off more than we can chew. Okay, Jack Black, again, it is a difficult one. He's kind of mid, really, because there's really bad stuff and really great stuff. So, is he below Jennifer Coolidge for now, right?
For now. Maybe until he redeems himself in a different film.
Okay, so below there we've got Christopher Nolan, Sebastian Stan, Emily Stone, Timothée Chalamet. Is Jack Black really in the pursuit of greatness? That's what I'm asking myself. I think he's got to be below
watch this
Timmy.
film and tell me.
No, oh mate, I think he's got to go near the bottom. Actually, I'm looking at it now because he can't be above Robert Downey Jr. He can't be above Austin Butler or like Ayo Edibri. Like, what's going on?
Below. Yeah. Who's next down? Go on.
I think we put him above Dakota Johnson, but below Christopher Walken because he can probably do impressions and he can kind of sing. And I also don't think don't think he'd mind like Dakota Johnson. So let's put Jack Black, and you're good with these little one-liners. Give me one for Jack Black.
Chicken jockey.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Kind of writes itself, doesn't it?
Just like a Minecraft movie.
I love that segment. It's always good fun. Should we do another one of our favourite games?
Yes, everyone's favourite segment. Adam, what time's it? It's time for...
Big question. Chicken jockey, flint and steel.
The nether. I'm coming in hot.
Oh, man. This week's big question, again, writes itself, really. Let me go and get up the answers. But the question was... Alfie, do you want to go for it?
Yes. The questions this week, right? The big question. Would you rather fight a chicken jockey or unicorn? And then Adam's put in brackets folklore edition. I don't know what that means. Please explain.
Basically, because in Death of a Unicorn, they are violent and horrible creatures. Whereas maybe if I said unicorn, people would imagine a cute and fluffy thing from Despicable Me. It's not that.
I see.
So the results were, I guess unsurprisingly, 79% would rather fight a little baby zombie on top of a chicken jockey, if you will. And 21% would take on a folklore-esque unicorn.
I think the chicken jockey put up more of a fight in the Minecraft movie than I thought it was gonna.
I agree.
But I think I could stamp on its head, so absolutely chicken jockey.
Yeah, having seen, I mean, these unicorns, they bow down and respect anyone that's pure of heart. And I think you and I are absolutely pure of heart, and I don't think we need to worry about that. So we could actually just tame the unicorns, so I think that would be far easier. But chicken jockeys are absolutely hideous. What was the word you used? Deplorable.
Deplorable.
Absolutely that. I can't stand that little bratty zombie baby, and I would give anything to throw him around a room and like just knock him out.
Heard it here, folks. I fully agree. The design on it. I thought the design on the normal zombies, it's not great, but it's not horrid. But yeah, the baby one, it's really vile. Like, yeah, it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
The zombies all had terrible hairlines. Did you notice that?
No.
They had really bad hairlines. Like, they started at the top of their heads and also a bit further back. So yeah, they were having a bad time.
Thank you for listening today. I must say, your Death of a Unicorn review was lovely and structured and concise, but that Minecraft review was an absolute mess.
Yeah.
But I think that sums up the film, to be honest. I think there's no way of approaching that film.
No. And I think, in a way, wasn't the mine the craft we did along the way?
In the words of my little brother, as we walked out the cinema, I turned to him and I went, like, did an eyebrow raise, like, what do you think? And he just went, what a load of old shit. And that is a 14-year-old boy, people, so...
Yeah. You know, Harvey, my youngest brother, he's 16, and he's obviously been wrapped up in this chaos, and he hasn't seen it yet. And he asked me today, what are you doing this evening? And I was like, if you say, do you want to see the Minecraft movie, you better think again. And he said, do you want to see the Minecraft movie? And I said, I hope to God we're still recording the podcast, because no.
And that's not often that you'll turn down a second viewing of a film.
I feel I have to go with him, though, because I might give it a second chance, maybe, just to be like, maybe there's some redeeming features here. I know there isn't, but you could join in the clapping and chatting, and you might enjoy it more. So yeah, maybe that's it. And I will actually pre for this one. I'll report back next week if I go. Please email in and let us know what you thought of the Minecraft movie. I am begging to hear Josh Brugger's thoughts on this. Yes. I am, please, Josh. And anyone else listening, please email in hello@moviegonup.com. Let us know what you thought of the Minecraft movie or any other movie you've seen recently. Absolutely. We love the correspondence. The other way you can get in touch is by going to our socials on Instagram and TikTok. You can find us by searching @moviegonup. Amazing. Thank you for listening today. Thank you, Adam, for joining me on the pod here. And all I've got is 2 words to say. Chicken jockey. Woo!